will be a tough month for us. And yeah, after Champions League final, I expected to struggle a little bit and will be hard until the break that we have in middle of July. But it's normal because we have play a lot of game. I've seen a picture about our trip during this first part of the year. It is unreal. Uh, but we are in, and then we have to play, and we have to do our best. I think we are doing a fantastic start of the season compared to what we have traveled and how much we have played. But we have to keep going. I'm very happy about for this group and about this group because everyone is involved. Everyone has taken his part and helped a lot. And yeah, it was a huge win what we did in Kansas City because of our effort. We worked it all together. A lot of kids and guys played, and yeah, it was a huge win. Probably we deserve to win more other games before that one. But at the end, if you work in this way, the result arrived, and with the same confidence and effort we did it against Seattle, we were able to win. We are not in our best 100%. It's impossible after the numbers of games we've played. But it's very important do points and be there. We are top of the West, and I think it's the most important goal for our season, and then we'll see. But we don't have to take a break or now became a little bit more lazy for these two wins because we expected for from now to the end to the middle of July other tough games.
Steve said the match against Seattle was a small step forward for your football because it was much more the way he expects you guys to play. What did you think you did well, and what, even with the challenges, do you think you can maybe add in the next couple of years?
What we did well for sure was the defense against Seattle because Seattle has a lot of good players, especially in the midfield and yeah, but in all the position. To be honest, last year Seattle struggled a lot because of CONCACAF Champions League, and yeah, you have to compare our season to their season in order to understand what we're doing. Uh, they are a very experienced team, good team, quality team. Then it's not easy against them, and we concede just a couple of shots. And that's what we did very well. I think we could do it some transition and some action better because at the end we didn't create a lot of chances, but because of our mistakes. We have to understand that some passes, especially when we recover the ball and when we have space, is really a key of our game and could change our game and our season. We are missing too many key passes in a special moment. We did it now, but I think that we did also in Leon, maybe because we could have a lot of chance, but we every time miss the last pass or they keep us maybe one meters behind or one moments later or something that at the end you don't create chance. But for that reason, this is a thing in which we have to continue to improve. But we are a team. We are a team that for sure will do some fatigue in the future because there are a lot of games, but also we are a team with an identity, and I think we have to continue in this way.
One last one. I wrote about the game against Seattle, and I said that we need to get a word for when a team scores in the first minute and then is able to defend for 90 minutes and still wins a game 1-0. I think you've won plenty of 1-0 games. Do you have any?
It's your favorite.
How do you? Juventus, it's one goal.
I prefer to score the second, maybe 15-20 minutes to the end. It's easy, but it's okay.
So you can a little bit, but yeah, like how would you, if you could describe what it's like to score in the first minute and have to defend for 90 minutes? If anyone can do it, it's you.
No, to be honest, it's not a good way thing to defend for 90 minutes. and I said before, yeah, we did a good job defending and doing effort, but we have to do something better in order to close the game before, because at the end, yeah, you can concede a goal through set pieces or some stupid easy mistakes, and you ruin all the game. Uh, but in this moment, I think that we did our best. Just fewer errors to improve, but I think I cannot say nothing to my teammates as an effort, as a volunteer, and all these things. Yeah, and we have to continue to do it. Vancouver will be tough because because they don't play also on Wednesday. We every time we happen something that they are fresher than us, but we play at home. We are a good team. We have very good players. Their effort is incredible. Their way of play is really clear. Then yeah, we have to be aware of that thing. But yeah, I think home games is too important in all over the world, but especially in MLS because play away is very different. And you can lose also against the the last team of the league, the team or bottom of the table.
Giorgio, Vancouver comes into BMO Stadium. That's a team that you guys beat in the CCL quarterfinals.
Yeah.
You beat them 6-0 on aggregate. What can you take from those two matches in CCL and apply it to this match coming up here?
I think that we don't have to consider the game at home because they arrived here after the 3-0 in Vancouver, and they decide to play with a lot of second choice and player who needs more minutes and yeah, I think they didn't believe to win here 4-0 and they come back. The game in Vancouver, yeah, you have to watch if you watch the game, the first 60 minutes is a game. The last 30 after that we scored 2 goals in 2 minutes completely changed because our confidence is raised a lot and completely the opposite for them. But the first 60 minutes, almost 55, I didn't remember very well. We struggle a little bit because they are a tough team. They fight a lot. They are able to find the deep, and when you lose the ball, they are so very fast to going forward and create chances. Then was not an easy game. They had 2-3 chances before our goal to take the advantage, and could be very different the game. Then we have to be aware of that. We have a lot of respect for Vancouver and for their player and their type of play, and we know that with an average game we will not win. We have to do something better, technically, physically, mentally, all these things. But yeah, we it's not enough an average game.
Defensively, you guys have played well, including a clean sheet against Seattle. Through all the rotation and injuries and international window, how have you guys been able to keep up that level of play?
Yeah, we have to be able to change because of all these problems you said. But I think the defensive phase is more about the team than about just a people or a defender. When we defend very well all together, it's much easier for the defender, it's easier for the keeper, and also and it's easier also to attack, because when you recover the ball 30 minutes to the goal is different than recover the ball on our goal kick. Then we did a very good game, the last two as an effort. To be honest, I watched another time the game at home against Houston, and this was not so bad. We have to pay attention a little bit more to set pieces, because it was a goal that we could avoid, but after that, it was a very balanced game. I think that it was not our best performance, but not our worst. The only game I think from the beginning of the year we have to cancel was Houston. But to be honest, here is the only league in the world that you play a Champions League final after 3 days a game, after other 3 days a game, and after other 3 days a game. It's not possible.
Not a good system?
Mentally, also physically, but mentally, if the Champions League game is at the end of the season, there is a reason. I understand if you could have a a week break and then a week break, but every 3 days we are human being, and yeah, I think that in Houston we paid for all the effort we did in the weeks before.
Okay, go ahead, Josh Gross.
Thank you.
Hello.
Giorgio, hey, Giorgio. Vancouver is obviously difficult at home in Vancouver, but on the road they've struggled. They haven't had a win in 15 last 15 regular season matches. What do you think is that distinction? Why do you think some teams succeed at home but struggle on the road? And if you know specifically Vancouver for a reason for that, I'm curious for your opinion.
I've seen this data about I know just this year, and I said no. Vancouver never win away. Then finally, for match before or after, they have to win. Hopefully not tomorrow. But the play away on the road is very difficult in MLS. I think for them, first of all, for the grass. They have a big advantage to play with turf. They are more rabid, and then they could have advantage of that. But also when you play on the road with another bounce of the ball, with another, it's different. It's two different sports: play on turf or play not on turf. But every team is struggling play on the road, and it's a key when you want to do some big step on the table that you are able to win on the road, but it's very good, difficult, long travel, different weather condition. It's not easy. Then this is why it's so important win at home for us, and do continuity with that. We were able to do it this year and also last year, except Houston game the last week. But we have a lot of respect about Vancouver players because they are good players, and if they are in a good day, they could beat everyone.
And one more from me. When you play a Champions League against a team that was inside your league, say in Serie A, maybe, I don't know the moments we had at Juventus, we play another Italian team in the Champions League, and then you play them inside the league. Is there a difference of the energy of the games? Do you expect something from CONCACAF Champions League to regular MLS regular season?
I never played in Champions League against an Italian team, to be honest. I think was weird and maybe more similar to an Italy Cup game, but you know that has a different importance. Then I don't know, but it's not comparable to a regular season game. It's something different that you know that you play for just in 180 minutes. I think we cannot compare. Not just because we win 3-0 both games that I'm saying that, but because really it's something different. Like when you talk about a derby, and the table is not counted, is the same for when you compare a regular season game or a knockout games. You cannot compare this type of games for me.
Thank you, Giorgio.
Thank you.
Last question from Justin Ruderman.
Hi, Giorgio.
Hi, Justin.
This may seem like a silly question, but from your perspective, is there anything that you could actually point in your career? I mean, from a layman's perspective, watching against Seattle, it just seems like everything that you're doing, defending, passing, positioning, it's all perfect, really. Do you still look at film and look for areas to improve at all?
I try to enjoy and improve every training. I'm trying to do my best in order to help my teammates, and for sure, technically, I think you can improve until you finish the career. Probably also after that, because the repetition of the movement and the understanding of the games help you a lot. Then technically, I improved a lot in the last years. After 30 especially, I changed completely my time of play, and also I was able to adapt for my body condition that is not yet like 10 years ago or 15 years ago. Then I ask some helps from my teammates, and I try to help them in other things. But I think that until you play, you can improve. This is for sure 100%.